Hello and welcome back to NWSL Talk, where we look at all the results from the NWSL over in America. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you like and subscribe and turn on the post notification bell so you never miss a video of ours. So this week we have saw an unbeaten run come to an end. So now all teams have been beaten, and it was a very action-packed weekend full of goals across the league. So let's get into the results from this weekend. So we'll start off with the Houston Dash versus the San Diego Wave, and it was the Wave that won 3-0 thanks to goals from Alex Morgan, Sierra Enger and Madison Pogac. Alex Morgan scoring after just 2 minutes, which is a perfect start for Casey Stoney's side, and the third goal by Madison Pogac was her first goal in the NWSL, which Alex Morgan assisted. So perfect victory there for the Wave as they continue their impressive season after 8 games, picking up 15 points and sitting in third place in the NWSL. The other sides that are just above them, the Portland Thorns managed to beat Chicago Red Stars by 4-0. Kelly Hubley, Crystal Dunn, Olivia Moultrie and Natalia Kuika with the goals. A fantastic performance from the Thorns, and again showing why they are one of the best sides in the league. Chicago continuing to struggle this season in the NWSL, picking up just 4 points so far across their 8 games, and yeah, it's a bit of a worrying time on the field for Chicago Red Stars, and the team at the top of the NWSL, which is a surprise to many people considering how bad they were last season, is obviously Gotham FC as they beat OL Reign by 4-1. Jenna Noiswonga, Lynn Williams, Taylor Smith and Bruninia with the goals for Gotham FC, and a late consolation goal from Jordan Heitemer made it 4-1. And yeah, Gotham FC proving why they are really a team to be taken serious this season. Obviously everyone knows the capabilities of OL Reign, but what Gotham FC have done this season is beyond fantastic already. Like I said, looking back at last season, the poorest side in the league, and obviously finishing bottom of the table. But I think getting the addition of Lynn Williams has massively helped them improve, as she scored on her birthday, and now means, which is a fantastic stat I saw yesterday during that game, it's the third time that she has scored on her birthday, which is the most in NWSL history of a player scoring on their birthday. So yeah, absolutely crazy stat that. Elsewhere, speaking of the team's unbeaten run that has come to an end, it was the Washington Spirit as they lost 2-1 to the Orlando Pride. Marta scored in a penalty after 23 minutes. The Spirit then did get back into it for a header from Sam Starb, who is continuing to show why she's one of the great defenders in the league currently. Again, consistently always there for the Spirit, not missing a game and scoring in every season that she's played in. However, a winner just 13 minutes from time from Kylie Strom. Again, Marta with the assist this time helped the Pride beat Mark Parsons' Washington Spirit 2-1, and Orlando sitting in 8th place on 10 points, whilst Washington slipped down to 4th on 15 points. So level on points with Portland and San Diego, but it's the goal difference that is harming Washington Spirit at this minute in time. And then elsewhere, KC Current lost 2-0 to Racing Louisville. Savannah DeMelo and Kristen Davis with the goals. Savannah DeMelo absolutely having a fantastic season so far for Racing Louisville, one of the standout players in the league in total, not just for Racing Louisville in fact, and yeah, absolutely continuing her fantastic season, and it's just been an all to watch her so far this season with everything that she's doing. And then the final game which was the first game this weekend between the North Carolina Courage and Angel City, finished in a 0-0 draw. So looking at the table, like I said, you got Gotham FC at the top on 16 points, and then you got Portland, San Diego, Washington all on 15. In 5th place is OL Reign on 13 points. Then you got the North Carolina Courage, Racing Louisville, Orlando Pride, Angel City, Houston Dash, KC Current and Chicago bringing up it from the rear of the table. So hopefully for Chicago, they will be wanting things on the field to be changing sooner rather than later. And obviously the past week of news elsewhere in the NWSL was the story about Michelle Kang and her ownership of the Washington Spirit, and she's formed the group with OL Feminine over in France to take a bit of a stake in there to form like a super group where she'll own part of them and obviously continue to own the Washington Spirit. And obviously that means that OL Feminine's ownership in OL Reign is obviously up for sale and has been since April, so it's just waiting for that to be ratified by the NWSL and the sale of that super group. And then obviously OL Reign, their change of ownership will come in then, and then I would imagine possibly they may change their name going forward. Obviously I'd imagine the rest of this season they'll stay with OL Reign, and then next season going forth probably maybe going under a new name, potentially back to Seattle Reign. So obviously anything that does come out of that, we will keep you fully updated with that stuff. And obviously any other news stories from the NWSL, make sure that you're following us on Twitter and on Instagram for all the latest in that sense. And if you want to check out our stuff from the European games, obviously we've had the recap that is out this week, and you can look back at all of the action there. We'll be back later on this week to look at all of the games taking place in the European leagues, and a quick look at this weekend's fixtures coming up in the NWSL. Match day 9 on the 27th and 28th. So we've got the KC Current versus the Houston Dash, San Diego Wave versus the Portland Thorns, OL Reign versus Angel City, Racing Louisville take on the North Carolina Courage, Chicago taking on Orlando Pride, and then Washington Spirit versus Gotham FC to round off your weekend in the NWSL, which I think is going to be a cracking game. Two top sides so far this season, as I mentioned, and Kelly O'Hara playing against her old club, obviously, since she was a free agent and was the first big free agent that moved this past off season. So that'll be one to keep an eye out on for later on this week. But in the meantime, make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.